Today, we continue with Exodus chapters 33 through 36. I will read key passages and I encourage you to read the full chapters on your own. The full reading reference is provided for you below. Exodus 33, the presence of God. After the golden calf, everything is at risk. In Exodus 33, 1-3, God tells Israel to go to the land, but says, I will not go with you. This is serious. They can have the promise, not his presence. In Exodus 33 and verse 4, the people mourn. They understand the promise without God is not enough. In Exodus 33, 7-11, Moses sets up a tent of meeting outside the camp, and the Lord will speak to Moses face to face. This is unique intimacy, but notice the camp is still at a distance. Sin created separation. In Exodus 33, 12-13, Moses prays, teach me your ways so I may know you. He is not asking just for direction, but for relationship. In Exodus 33, 14-15, God responds, my presence will go with you. And Moses says, if your presence does not go, do not send us. This is clarity. Nothing matters without God himself. In Exodus 33 and verse 18, Moses asks, show me your glory. He wants more, not less. In Exodus 33, 19-20, God says, you cannot see my face. Y'all, there are limits. God is near, but still holy. In Exodus 33, 22-23, God covers Moses and allows him to see his back. This shows God reveals himself, but in measure. Exodus 34 now, the covenant renewed. In Exodus 34 and verse 1, new tablets are made. God restores what was broken. In Exodus 34, 6-7, God declares his name. The Lord, compassionate and gracious, slow to anger. Y'all, this is one of the clearest description of God's character. Mercy and justice together. Exodus 34:10, God says, I am making a new covenant with you. Restoration is possible. Exodus 34, 12-14, God warns against idolatry again. Why? Because they are prone to drift. In Exodus 34, 29-30, Moses comes down and his face is radiant. He has been with God and it shows. Transformation, y'all, is visible. Exodus 35, a willing response. This is where we are. In Exodus 35, 4-5, Moses calls for offerings. From what you have, he says, take an offering. But again, everyone who is willing, God is not forcing participation. In Exodus 35 and 21, everyone whose heart was moved. This is key. Why? Because God's work is fueled by willing hearts, not obligation. In Exodus 35, 30-35, Bezalel is again described, filled with the Spirit, not just skilled, but Spirit empowered. Exodus 36, overflowing in provision. In Exodus 36, 3-5, something remarkable happens. The people give so much that the workers say, we have more than enough. Exodus 36, 6-7, Moses tells them to stop giving. This is rare. There is abundance, not lack. Why? Because the people are aligned. When hearts are willing, provision flows. Now, what do these chapters show us? They show us that God's presence is essential, not optional. Exodus 33 and 15. God reveals himself in measure. Exodus 33 and 23. God's character is both merciful and just. Exodus 34, 6-7. Restoration is possible after failure. Exodus 34 and verse 10. Transformation comes from willing and being with God. Exodus 34 and 29. God works through willing hearts. Exodus 35 and 21. When hearts align, provision overflows. Exodus 36, 6-7. Connection across scripture. Let's do it, y'all. God's presence in Exodus 33 and 14 connects to Matthew 28 and verse 20. God's character in Exodus 34 and 6 connects to Psalm 103 verse 8. And transformation through God's presence connects to 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 18. Willing giving connects to 2 Corinthians 9 and 7. Now, I'm encouraging you to read chapters 33 to 36 in full. Watch the shift, y'all, from failure to restoration to renewed alignment, and see this clearly. God's presence is the difference. Not just where you are going, but who is with you. The story continues tomorrow.